Ok, ci siamo. Allora, stasera andrò a fare, diciamo, non proprio una reaction, però a vedere come, ecco, questo Starfield, un gioco che promette davvero molto bene. Io non sono molto informato riguardo a questo gioco, dato che non lo sto seguendo. Oddio, non lo sto seguendo proprio, cioè so pochissimo, proprio quasi nulla. Però è un gioco che da quel poco che ho visto mi attrae. Forse perché è Bethesda, cioè quelli che hanno creato boh, Elder Scrolls, Skyrim, che io Skyrim ho amato tanto, anche Oblivion, ma ora quindi lo devo giocare, vabbè. Forse è per quello che mi attrae, non lo so, può darsi. Ma anche perché comunque ne ho sentito parlare, cioè ho letto tempo fa articoli, comunque post, che diciamo che molti erano molto cioè erano entusiasti comunque di questo gioco. Vabbè, comunque vediamo un po' di gameplay, capiamo meglio che cos'è, perché io sinceramente non, cioè, non so quasi un cazzo riguardo a sto gioco, sono veramente poco informato. Cioè, proprio niente. Vabbè, comunque andiamo.
Peggy 18.
Io penso che se avranno fatto una cosa, cioè, a livello di Skyrim, di queste cose qua, a livello di immersività, sicuramente sarà una cosa buona. Cioè, una cosa bellissima.
Hey everyone, thank you so much for joining us today and welcome to Bethesda Game Studios. You know, we've been so lucky over the decades to make the kind of games that we love here, and that's thanks to all of you. From the Elder Scrolls to Fallout, we love creating these worlds and playing in them just as much as you do. And throughout all that time, we'd often talk about and dream up
Esatto, quello
the
di cui vi
space game.
parlavo.
What if we could take that feeling of
Cioè,
being
loro
where you
amano
want
i
to
loro
be
mondi che
and
creano, ed è
exploring a new
vero, perché i
world,
mondi che
but set it
creano,
in space,
gli universi
where
che
you weren't
creano, quello
really
di
limited in where
Fallout,
you could go
e le
or what
Scrolls,
you could
sono mondi
do.
fantastici,
And
sono
that
incredibili, sono gli
is Starfield.
universi, cioè,
Obviously, we've
caratterizzati
come a long way
proprio
since then with the games we've
all'estremo,
built, our technology, and all of us
fantastici.
here in the studio. We've done so
Chi non ha
much
mai giocato
together,
un
but
Elder
well, we've never
Scrolls,
tried to make a
oppure non l'ha
game
mai
like this.
apprezzato, anche un
Today,
Fallout,
you'll
non
get to
può
hear from
capire.
many on the team and see so much of what we think makes our game special. So let's jump in and take a look.
Quindi, è quello che penso io, Starfield sarà una figata.
Starfield is our first new universe in over 25 years, but it's still a Bethesda RPG through
Ok,
and through,
un
where you
GDR
step into a
puro
new
come
world and
Skyrim
you
e
get that
Fallout.
feeling of unlimited possibilities. But this time, it's not just one world. It's over 1,000 worlds. Because
Ecco, a
the
me mi
choice
spaventa molto
of where
sta
to
cosa,
go,
mi
it's not
spaventa
ours,
questo
it's
fatto dei
yours.
migliaia di mondi da esplorare. I mondi io
And it
già so che
wasn't until
saranno
now
creati
that we had the technology
proceduralmente,
to create it.
quindi dall'intelligenza artificiale.
From the
Che
rocks
non
at
si
your
sa che
feet
cazzo
to
crea
the
questa
mountains in the
intelligenza
distance,
artificiale.
to the people and creatures that live in these worlds. That isn't just a backdrop.
Ho
That moon is
paura di
actually
mondi che
there
saranno
orbiting the
completamente
planet. Yes,
vuoti.
you can visit it too. We
Questa è la mia paura,
realistically
sinceramente.
simulate the galaxy around you. Our next generation lighting model uses real-time global illumination to light the world based on the type of star and the makeup of the planet's atmosphere. We also have
Cioè,
an
qua io
all-new
vedo, a
animation
me sembra di vedere
system.
uno Skyrim mutato.
And of course, you can play it in third person.
Ad esempio, avete mai visto quei video tipo Skyrim Ultra Modded 10.000 e passo più mod? E quale, tipo le copertine.
And you can play it in first person.
Mamma mia, la corsa, Cristo Dio, pare che pattina.
We love exploration and rewarding it, but you do explore differently in this game given its
Qua sembra
scale.
Fallout.
That usually involves exploring an area you've landed in. You can collect resources,
Ecco, questa è una cosa
do a mission,
molto
and maybe
bella.
even stumble upon something unexpected.
Questi qua l'ho mischiato, l'ho fatto un miscuglio fra Fallout e Elder Scrolls, uscirà una cosa penso pazzesca. Se hanno saputo fare, cioè se sono riusciti a centrare il loro obiettivo. Cioè se sono riusciti a centrarlo, è fatto. Ci sta sempre chi non piace nei GDR, per carità. Mi piacciono, però quando sono rompicoglioni coi livelli tipo Odyssey, mamma mia, proprio. Questo dio lo troppo.
We do love stuff and all of the items
Però
allowing you to pick
di
everything
solito
up, and
i
you can view all that
GDR
in your
Bethesda
data
non sono
menu.
così.
This is the hub for everything you're doing, from your skills to your ship, your missions, and your inventory.
Il interessante sarà la nostra
A
nave
ton of
spaziale,
detail in
bisogna
every
molto
object,
parlare.
from all of your weapons to spacesuits to food. We just obsess over the details and
Mamma
food.
mia, che
We obsess
belli i
over food.
modelli dei...
When
modelli
you're done
poligonari degli
exploring,
oggetti.
you can walk back or
Questa è
fast
stata una
travel
cosa
to
caratteristica
your
dei giochi
ship.
Bethesda.
We have companions and crew you can take with you. I left Vasco here back at my ship.
Welcome back, Captain Howard.
Centinaia e
And he
centinaia
can
di
even say
modelli,
your name.
tutti diversi fra di loro.
Let's head out.
Cosa che ho sempre amato.
Our mission was to convey the wonder and majesty of space exploration, to evoke the romance of the golden age of early spaceflight. And we've been referring to this approach as NASA Punk. This means a design language where the tech is advanced, yet still looks grounded and relatable.
For us, it's that contrast. That's where the visual interest is. Obviously, the NASA, which is the rigid, hard function over style, and then
Magari nei
Punk,
concept
which
art.
is all about style.
You can see that visual style coming through in your ship. Your ship is your home for you and your crew. And like many of the spaces in our game, it has a slightly retro
Per
and
dire così,
analog
sì,
touch,
potremmo
a bit of
reclutare
lo-fi rather
dei
than
compagni.
sci-fi, where everything is well used, worn, and lived in.
Alrighty. What's the plan, Captain?
This is your star map. It starts with the planet you're currently on. You can see all of its info and resources. You can choose a landing spot or fast travel to known locations. Backing out further, you can view all the planets in the system. Obviously, the game is big, and it's here you can see planets that have key locations, missions, or life on them, versus the many planets that are barren but resource heavy. Zoom out even further to see
Figo
all
perché ti dà tutte, diciamo, le informazioni di quel pianeta. Temperatura, vabbè, la grandezza, radius, non so che cazzo è, la magnitudo, i satelliti, le lune, avamposti, penso, poi ho letto pure fauna, tipo, una cosa del
all the
genere.
systems in this part of the galaxy. Here,
Però
you
penso
can
siano
plot
cose
a
da
course to
scoprire
ones
che
that are
poi
light
si
years away.
sbloccheranno.
This uses your ship's grav
Cioè,
drive
penso
to
che noi
full
quando andremo per la prima volta sul pianeta, ovviamente saranno tutti a zero questi valori. Quando noi penso non andremo ad esplorarlo e scopriremo i dettagli del pianeta.
space
Penso.
and jump to these systems. And you will need to upgrade your ship and skills if you want to jump to the most distant ones. But for now, we'll plot a course to the Alpha Centauri system where we can find the city of New Atlantis.
Nuova Atlantide.
Welcome to UC Space. Maintain your current course while we scan your ship's cargo.
Ovviamente la colonna sonora sarà
You
qualcosa
are
di
cleared for
spettacolare.
landing at New Atlantis.
Bethesda su questo non ha mai sbagliato sulle colonne sonore. Ha fatto sempre un lavoro eccellente. Questo non avrò dubbi sicuramente. Avrò
As soon as you
dubbi
land in a
sul
city like
fatto
New Atlantis, you're
di questi mondi generati, cioè, diciamo all'infinito. Sperando che non siano vuoti o poveri, diciamo, di cose da fare.
your eyes are guided upwards to just these boundless, vast buildings.
It's the biggest city we've ever made, not just in size, but also in the amount of custom art, crowds, and quests.
Che significa per varietà di grafiche?
So the main focus when we're designing a city is obviously what supports the story. We try and tell as many small stories as possible.
This is a colony war memorial.
It's a few moments of gameplay that make the space feel like it's full of real characters that are going about their day-to-day lives.
It's paralyzing if you really stop and think about it.
Buddy, it's coffee.
It's also where your adventure with Constellation begins.
Welcome to Constellation. We have a lot to talk about.
By the time you meet them, Constellation is sort of seen as this mythical group. Most people don't even know they exist anymore. They're the last true explorers in the galaxy, and they're trying to find the answers to some of humanity's biggest questions.
The artifacts are so different, so alien, and I'm certain one of them reached out and spoke to you. The artifact. If you could place it on the table here.
Oh my god. Look at how it's coming together.
That means there's a set built by an intelligence outside the settled systems.
It's definitely an eclectic cast of characters. You've got Sarah Morgan, the ex-soldier and adventurer, now Constellation's leader. Mateo, the theologian who believes that there's definitely something else out there. Noel, the gifted scientist and Sarah Morgan's protege. And Walter, a very successful businessman in the settled systems and Constellation's financier.
Anything goes as long as you have the money.
There's also Vlad, the ex-pirate, Sam Coe, the former space cowboy, and Barrett.
You know what I hate about these pirates? Completely resistant to my otherwise irresistible charm.
The journey you take with Constellation is just the first of many you'll embark on. The Settled Systems is home to all kinds of different stories, people, and adventures for you to uncover.
The United Colonies is where you'll find New Atlantis, the first major human settlement in space. The people who live here value law, discipline, and the legacy of humanity. They consider themselves the true children of Earth.
You ever think of joining up with the Vanguard? Help the United Colonies, even get your UC citizenship?
New Atlantis isn't the only city within the United Colonies. The city of Sidonia on Mars to this day serves as the largest mining facility for the United Colonies. Beyond the United Colonies' reach, you might find yourself in a much more wild and independent coalition of star systems. This is Freestar Collective Space. The capital of the Freestar Collective is Aquila City.
The Stone Root Inn is an Aquila City fixture.
A ranger relies on judgment and intuition to do what's best for the people.
Neon started out as a fishing platform, but is now known throughout the Settled Systems as a pleasure city, where almost anything goes.
If you've got morality issues, this definitely isn't the job for you.
Ryujin is hiring the best and brightest of today for our future tomorrow.
Everyone has been chewed up and ground up by Neon. Try not to get yourself killed, all right?
Outside the bounds of civilized space, there are still plenty of unclaimed systems to explore, but these areas are also home to the most hostile factions in the galaxy.
The great serpent hungers. All heathens shall be made dust in time.
A new face. Is this the face of a brave runner here to challenge the Red Mile?
They think the galaxy is theirs. They are wrong. It belongs to the Crimson Fleet. It always has.
In Starfield, we're pushing our cities and settlements further than we ever have before. It's all there, waiting for you. A slice of humanity's future.
So, ready to get out there?
Throughout the galaxy, there are so many things to see and stories to experience. But the most important story is the one that you tell. I'm the type of person who spends hours in character creation, and I think people are going to be really excited when they see all of the improvements we've made.
One of the biggest overhauls was done through our character generation system. We scanned a wide range of faces from different age groups and ethnicities, and by mixing and matching all that data, we were able to create highly detailed and diverse characters.
We use that exact system to create all of the characters and NPCs you're going to see in the game, so any character you see almost always is a character you could make yourself.
Snap out of it.
Hey, come on, come on. Okay, take it easy. You were out cold. No physical damage. Mentally, the jury's still out. You know who you are? New recruit for Argos Extractors? Ring any bells? Any of this look familiar?
You start your character creation journey as though you're cycling through employee records. You'll pick from a lineup of 40 presets, and that'll be your starting point. Your journey from there can be as detailed or as quick as you want it to be. This new system has more to offer than ever before.
It's also the simplest character generation system we ever had. We let the player get as close as possible to make whatever they want. With the various facial morphs you can blend together, the dermesthetic and makeup, blemishes, scars, piercings, teeth settings, it's a lot, but I think it's the most fun to use.
Character creation is more than just how you look. This is also where you start to decide who you want to be. That's where backgrounds come in. Backgrounds give you a bit of backstory and start you out with 3 basic skills.
Ok.
From chef to dust.
Vi daranno, diciamo, i background come in Skyrim non... Oddio. No, in Skyrim ci sono le razze, però no i background. Invece in Oblivion c'erano i background. Oltre alla razza che potevi scegliere. Quindi ci sarà, diciamo, questo ritorno. In Fallout non so se ci sono i background, però mi sembra di no.
You know, the crew still has a betting pool about which restaurant critic you must have crossed to wind up here.
What's great about backgrounds is you never know when yours is going to come in handy. You could be in the middle of a fancy restaurant talking to some guy, and suddenly you learn he needs a beast hunter to help track down a monster.
Fine. I probably should stick to professionals anyway, given what happened the last time.
We're also giving you the option to customize your build even further by letting you pick up to 3 traits. Traits are completely optional, and they come with their own advantages and disadvantages. You could choose to meet your biggest fan.
No.
Is it really you?
Solo
So
se
join
stavo...
your crew, and it'll give you...
Sto cristiano, mannaggia la puttana. Questo è un S-Reg. Perché ho giocato a Oblivion. Qua sarebbe il... mi pare si chiama l'adoratore, tipo il super fan, cosa del genere. Comunque uno che ti segue per tutta la mappa. E... cioè, non mi sembra il cazzo di...
Amen. I've got to have every molecule.
My favorite trait is kid stuff. You have to pay some credits to support your parents, but they're very sweet and it's really fun to go visit them.
Honey, we got ourselves a visitor.
Oh my god!
I came across some hostile zealots in space, but because I had chosen a trait that made me the same religion as them, I was able to get by without any issues.
There's another great one that gives you a damage buff when your health is low, but mercenaries will randomly show up and try to kill you. No matter what you choose, there will be plenty of ways for you to tell your story. And if you want to remove a trait, there are ways to do that too.
What a view! It's a feast for the eyes. Off we go to another adventure.
We'll let you discover that on your own.
Once you've built the perfect character, that's when your journey can really begin. We took what we loved about skills and perks from our previous games and put them together to create an all-new skill system. Each time you level up, you get a skill point, which can be used to unlock or rank up skills. Ranks are unlocked by completing challenges associated with that skill. Challenges become increasingly difficult as you work your way to higher ranks. With our 5 different skill trees and 4 ranks per skill, there's a lot to choose from.
I like the
Madonna.
xenosociology skill because it lets you mind control aliens.
Boost pack out of the gate. I'm boost packing everywhere.
I like maxing out my physical tree so I can get neuro strikes and just punch my way through combat. That one's a lot of fun.
Invest in the skills that suit your playstyle.
I'm very much a stealth player. So, I'm out there pickpocketing everyone. My favorite part about being stealthy is slowly creeping through vents like you're in a movie, and then jumping out and springing on people.
Whenever possible, I like to talk my way through situations.
This area's off limits. Fine, I'll issue you an access card.
I'm more of a run and gun player. I like doing the death from above thing where I boost pack over guys and I throw landmines at them. I like blowing stuff up.
Exploration is a key aspect of all our games. In Starfield, there are full star systems with new life, resources, and adventures. Our team worked hard to strike a balance between fun and realism. We studied data from NASA and a multitude of other sources to help us make the world feel believable. From the way we approached planetary atmospheres to the way we placed biomes based on the planet's distance from the sun. Once we had created a grounded world, we could start looking at all the things that make that world fun. When you leave a planet and head into space, you'll be navigating asteroid fields, having chance meetings with interesting strangers, dogfighting in space, and exploring derelict ships. It's all out there. Ultimately, it's about rewarding your curiosity, because whether it's on the surface of a planet, the alleys of a city, or the vastness of space, you never know what you'll find.
Altro piccolo dubbio mi sta venendo. Chissà se il gioco avrà caricamenti oppure no, cioè tipo che ne so. Siamo che ne so nella città, vogliamo entrare in un locale e tipo prendo la porta, chissà se ci sarà un piccolo caricamento oppure sarà tipo immediato. Nella parte, se è tipo immediato è buono, perché magari così è più veloce, più spedito, senza caricamenti e così via. Nella parte però magari ai nostalgici non piace, cioè non farà piacere questa cosa, tipo a me. Cioè mi piace vedere più tipo le classiche schermate di caricamento, tipiche proprio di Bethesda nei suoi giochi. Però c'è chi piace e chi non piace. Sinceramente se ci sono non mi dispiace.
Space exploration is possible thanks to your ship. Your ship is almost like having another character or home you can make all your own. I think you'll be blown away by the amount of stuff you can do. You can buy a ship.
I'm sure you can find something you like.
Customize and upgrade that ship. And hire a crew to keep it up and running. And it all starts in spaceports. Every spaceport has a ship technician where you can purchase, sell, and modify ships.
Anything I can help you with?
Maybe you start off with a speedy fighter that's perfect for bounty hunting. Then you might round out your ship roster with a hulking space freighter to run cargo missions, or even do a little smuggling. For now, though, we're going to take our starting ship, the Frontier, and make some changes. You can customize and upgrade everything you see here, and you have 2 ways to do that. You can quickly upgrade individual systems like your weapons or shields, or you can deep dive and enter the shipbuilder mode. Here you can change anything, from the systems to the look and layout. Adding a new habitat module can give you more room for crew. Adding cowling can change your ship's overall silhouette. An improved grav drive allows for longer distance space jumps. You can even fully customize your paint job to get the exact look you want. The parts you choose to build with don't just affect your ship's stats. They'll also affect what you can do inside your ship. You can have modules for crafting, or for storing and displaying your weapons. Starfield's in-game ship manufacturers bring their own look and feel to every piece of your ship. From living quarters to cargo holds, mess halls, and control rooms. Our modified Frontier is a practical ship, but with a little creativity, your ship can look like almost anything you want.
It's a bit odd, but one of my favorite ways of customizing ships is I make them look like animals. The HMS Platypus, as I called it, where it had a giant tail to it. And we've done spiders, we've done mechs. So it's really whatever your imagination is.
A me questo fatto che poi crea navi con forme diverse mi crea un po' di danno. Magari arrivare al punto, cioè, ti fanno arrivare al punto che puoi costruire, diciamo, quasi quel cazzo che ti pare. Secondo me si possono fare tanti danni.
Engines ready.
The Frontier is fueled and ready, Captain.
Però è buono perché comunque una cosa buona è
Constellation
libertà
can join
comunque.
you on your journey. These
Ognuno poi
companions
si
can
potrà
serve
fare
on
il
your
cazzo che
crew,
vuole.
and they'll always be there when you travel.
We'll be traveling together until we either find an artifact or this lead runs dry.
Each companion comes with their own valuable skills for your ships and outposts, as well as unique quest lines. Eventually, some friendships might blossom into romance.
I don't know that I've ever really loved anyone except you.
And if you're looking for a little extra help on your ship, you can always hire additional crew at spaceports.
Got any room on your ship for someone like me?
You'll also meet potential crew members out in the world.
Still think there might be a spot for me on your ship? I gotta get off this rock.
Assign crew to your ship or outposts, and their unique skills will affect how they run. And just like companions, most crew members can lend a hand in the field. Take Bosco, for instance.
He's designed around the core basics of a NASA machine.
Please avoid getting shot. You might die.
I still wanted to give it almost a humanoid personality, so I elongated the limbs. This tends to make him feel more human-like and give him a little personality.
It is a shame exploration requires so much bloodshed.
Using the shipbuilding tools and crew selection features in Starfield, you'll be able to build and captain the ship of your dreams. And now, let's take to the sky.
We're putting you in the cockpit of your very own spaceship and telling you that you can do pretty much anything. And that is really cool for us as developers. Spaceflight should be exciting and dangerous, and you should feel like you're in complete control every step of the way. We've extended that sense of control to ship combat. It's not about just hitting your triggers to fire your weapons. It's a complex dance between your piloting skills and our power allocation system. Boosting power to your engines will make your ship faster.
Palla madonna, pure questo.
Powering up the grab dries will shorten the amount of time it takes before you can make a jump.
Navi
And moving your
spaziali
power to your
simulator.
weapons and shields means you're ready for a fight.
Ah, la madonna.
You should always be on your toes because you're not alone out there. Unlocking the targeting control system skill will allow you to zero in on specific subsystems of the ship you target. After destroying an enemy ship, you can loot the remains from your cockpit. You can always turn any ship that engages you into scrap. But you can also take a more personal approach by docking with the enemy vessel and boarding their ship.
Figo questo che può abbordare.
Once you've taken control of an enemy ship, it's yours. Add it to your fleet and retrieve it at any spaceport. But space is way more than fighting for your life. Just like when you're planetside, there are plenty of sights to see and stops to make on the way to your next adventure. Like these massive star yards. Walk the halls, talk to the crew, maybe get talked into buying a whole new ship.
A civilian in my star yard. Let's see about getting you a proper ship, one worthy of you.
Maybe you'll dock with a gigantic battleship, like the UC Vigilance. Or rub elbows with the galaxy's wealthy elite on a cruise ship fit for the stars. There are plenty of personal encounters to be had as well. You can hail any ship you come across to trade, swap info, or maybe even commit an act of piracy.
Ok, questo è interessante.
When I'm playing, I generally go crazy. I definitely go like the more piracy routes. I want to take over ships. I'm going to board ships. I'm like, this is now mine. I steal all the sandwiches and put them, you know, in my cargo hold that I have specifically for sandwiches. I don't want to play the
Questo
hero.
qua è un
but I wanna
riferimento
go
a Skyrim proprio. Non so se avete mai visto quel video tipo una specie di meme, non so come cazzo chiamarlo. Quest'hanno le forme di formaggio tipo tutte droppate fatte a mucchietto.
while and just start taking things from people as quickly as possible.
Some strangers might be looking for a little human connection in the darkness of space.
Hello, stranger. I just finished cooking up some food. If you want to come on over, just pop on by.
Some of the best moments are the ones you discover on your own. The thing I love most about Starfield is that it is a Bethesda game through and through. It's really about going to strange new places, meeting interesting people, and getting sidetracked on zany adventures. Then, realizing 2 hours later that you're involved in a completely new story.
You're human. We thought we were the only ones to leave Earth.
That DNA is so present here. It's in our random encounters, it's in our handcrafted quests, and it feels so cool to play it and just make your own path in this universe. There are over 1,000 planets out there, just waiting for you to
Questo mi
visit.
fa paura. Più di 1000 pianeti.
We want you to feel like explorers,
Come saranno questi 1000 pianeti?
breaking ground on new planets, exploring every inch of a mostly untouched galaxy. We want you to feel hopeful. We want you to feel this sense of awe and wonder, and sometimes a little fear. We're giving you a massive playground and a ton of toys, and just setting you free.
Hey everybody, we've shown you so much stuff, but we thought we'd just take a little break and show you something a little bit different. You know, we put so much detail into our game worlds, and we love the opportunity to bring that into the real world with our collector's editions. And for this game, we've done a watch. It is the Constellation Explorer's Watch. This is the watch that you actually get in the game that acts as part of your HUD, where it's the compass and then environmental information. It connects to your phone to give you notifications and other information, and we've also designed this really cool case that it comes with, Istvan.
Quella è più bella ragazza di custodia che l'orologio esce
Our
di...
attention to detail in the game totally translates to this. Inspired by the cases that the astronauts used during the Apollo era to bring back samples from the moon. It's got an intricate locking mechanism, authentic, heavy, comes with a Constellation patch, NATO strap,
se mi danno solo la scatola senza l'orologio mi fanno un po' di sconto, sono più contento.
Oh, and hey, take this. You'll find it very useful out there, and it even tells the time.
We actually have something else. Now that we're part of Xbox, we get to work with the amazing people on the Xbox hardware team, and together we have created this custom limited edition Starfield controller. It's awesome. It is now, you know, our favorite controller.
We love this because it's inspired by the actual controls of your spaceship. And not only that, we've created the first ever custom headset with Xbox. And this is a perfect pairing with that controller.
Control, this is Constellation Starship Frontier. Ready to start on your signal. Steady till ready. Coordinates input. Plotting jump course. Guidance has converged.
Classiche trovate di marketing.
Getting auxiliary reactor power. System checks are green across the board. Prepare for departure. Grab jump commencing in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
In every one of our games, we always put so much care into all those little details that breathe life into our worlds. But Starfield isn't just a Bethesda Game Studios world, it's a Bethesda Game Studios galaxy. So why go this big with Starfield? Because we want to give you freedom on a galactic level. The freedom to experience both the exciting planets and the quiet ones. Scanning a planet before you land is a great way to get a sneak peek at the available resources you can use for crafting, building, and customizing.
I think what's cool about this whole system that we generate the planet itself as a procedural content, but the handcrafted content itself comes as the player explore. Our system builds the planet as the player approaches it. We stitch together a block of terrain. After that, we have the system that adds interesting locations for the player to explore, creatures to encounter, ore and plants to pick up. It allows us to add that touch of environmental storytelling that Bethesda is known for.
Aggressive creatures have been disrupting our experiments. Their habitat isn't far from here. If you could take care of them for us, we would be in your debt.
So even if your friends were to visit the same planet that you had, you would have a different story to tell.
It's completely up to you how you want to interact with each planet, whether you want to explore and see what you can find, harvest resources and be on your way, or simply take in the views. With the help of your scanner, you'll chart the uncharted and discover exotic wildlife.
If you have the skills, you can even figure out that certain creatures and plants, you can build an outpost and produce resources from those plants and animals. You can get experience and rewards for fully surveying planets and fully surveying a whole system.
When we were concepting these creatures, we really wanted to think of them as natural to the environment. We didn't want alien monsters, we wanted native wildlife. Something you've never seen before.
When it comes to our exteriors, when the sun moves, all that light is calculated in real time through the atmosphere. Our biggest goal for lighting with Starfield was to make the game feel more filmic, to use lighting and color to really make it feel more cinematic.
After some exploring, you can find a spot to set up a base camp. Outposts can be built almost anywhere on any planet. And the habitat modules come in all shapes and sizes, filling all different purposes. You can even live in them. Assign crew and companions to work at your outposts for added bonuses and set up extractors to harvest resources while you're away.
Something cool we have this time is we have a new fly cam where you can toggle between on-foot building, or you can now use a top-down isometric camera, which helps plan out larger parts of the outpost and placing those larger halves. So that way you can really plan your structures and what the overall feel of your outpost is. And then when you're on your feet, you can really decorate and fine-tune things much easier.
Add crafting and research stations in your outpost to utilize any resources you find or already have.
Mod your weapons to adapt them to your playstyle. Different weapon sights and scopes, larger magazines, a selection of grips and barrels, different ammunition like explosive rounds. All you stealth players out there will surely need a suppressor. You can also choose to go hands-on with melee weapons.
I think it's always a delicate balance between like what's realistic, what's sim, and what's Hollywood. And I think we sort of err on the side of like what's fun for the player.
With Starfield, we've completely overhauled our combat. It's more dynamic, the animations are more fluid. It just feels great.
We probably have more mods and more weapons in this game than I want to say any other game we've done before. There's a lot of variety.
Upgraded gear is just one of the many factors to pay attention to when engaging in combat. You may need to switch things up based on your environment. Gravity is different for each planet, and boost packs are excellent for getting around. And for giving you an edge in combat. Sometimes you'll even feel like you're flying. Zero-gravity environments pose a different challenge. Firing a ballistic weapon in zero-G will actually push you backwards. Energy weapons, on the other hand, offer a more stable shooting experience.
We also have mag weapons. These are high-powered electromagnetic induction ballistic arrays. Each barrel has its own targeting laser and can dish out some serious damage. Whether you want to get up close and personal with your own two fists, or you like more compact weapons like pistols and submachine guns, or maybe you prefer something bigger.
Starfield's got you covered.
Thanks again for being with us today. We are just so grateful that you've taken the time and spent it here. I know there was probably a lot to take in. There's a lot to the game, even more than we could show here. You know, as we play it, we're always sharing these unique and special moments that only a game like this can bring. When I think about what makes it special, it really is the people here. This game is a reflection of the incredible and passionate team that made it. All of them putting something special of themselves into it. So let's hear some of their favorite moments.
I love the way that our final combination of all the new tech has come together to create some of the most beautiful sunsets and sunrises we've ever had in any of our games.
I love the creatures, the exploration, every biome is different. The word that comes to mind is vast.
I like to use our photo mode to take rock star photos.
I just love that constant feel of discovery and wow, I can't believe that there's more here.
I'm most excited about our outpost building systems.
My favorite part is every time you step out on a planet, it's a unique experience.
You spend all this time building your ship and you see it on the landing pad. These things are gigantic. It's the kind of thing that you just can't get anywhere else.
There's something about seeing a tower over in the distance and going, I know the gravity's low here. I think I can make that jump.
My favorite part is biomes, spaceships, audio design, planets,
the day-night cycle. Those details matter to me.
Diplomacy, exploration, freedom,
the ending.
Beskar, obviously.
I love the robot so much.
The incredible amount of worlds we created.
Sniper rifles, come on.
Lever action, rocket launcher.
Brain sprout. I love, but some people might find creepy. I don't know. I know it's right, Ben. The thing that I enjoy most about the game is the freedom to be who you want to be, do
Questo
what you
abbiamo
want to do.
capito, questo non c'erano dubbi.
It's what you've come to expect from a Bethesda title, but on a much bigger scale.
On behalf of all of us, we can't wait for you to play Starfield and make your own special moments.
Ne saranno. Sì, sì. Ok, Starfield. Vabbè, poi ho tolto la data d'uscita. Faccio vedere pure io quando è. 6 settembre 2023. Game Pass. Xbox Series XS. PC Game. Steam. Che ci manca? All Gen. Che mi sembra che non esce All Gen. Quindi PlayStation 4 e Xbox One non dovrebbe uscire. Grazie a Dio finalmente l'inizio andava tanto il cazzo a sto Gen che hanno rotto le palle. Mi spiace se qualcuno ha l'All Gen. Però verità. Altrimenti qua non si va mai avanti. E aspettate, faccio una cosa per avere un fondo, ecco, musicale. Facciamo così. No. Con due, aspetta. Allora, sicuramente è uno dei giochi più attesi dell'anno, del 2023, se non il gioco più atteso dell'anno, appunto. Eh, c'è tanto, c'è tanto da vedere, cioè ci sarà tanto da vedere, tanto da scoprire, tanto da dire, tanto da criticare. Anzi, speriamo di no, scherzo. Eh, non lo so, è tosto. Che è un gioco che sicuramente farà parlare di sé quando uscirà. E... non lo so, è tosto, la vedo dura. Chi lo sa, lo scopriremo quando è il 6 settembre, giusto? Un gioco che comunque... ecco... eh, speriamo che è di un certo di livello da come ci hanno fatto vedere, da come ci hanno promesso. Chi lo sa. Boh, detto questo, ci vediamo alla prossima.